Cheshire Point-to-Point Races was organized in 1946 by Mr. Stewart's Cheshire Foxhounds. The history of the races is tied to the history of the hunt. The Cheshire Point-to-Point offers exciting racing as well as the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful countryside that has been preserved as it was when the first races were held. Welcome to the 2021 Cheshire Point-to-Point Races. We're so excited to have you with us. Liza Hendricks here with Michael Dickinson. Michael is a former rider, trainer, and co-founder of Tapeta.
And my co-host, this is Chester County's answer to Beauty and the Beast, with the beauty being here. When I'm looking at young horses, we always look at the pedigree and conformation. Well, this lady's got the conformation, but she's also got the pedigree. Her father was a champion steeplechase jockey, not once but twice, and was runner-up in the trainer's title once, very close. And her mother is an excellent trainer, and so are her sisters. There are about 4 Merriman girls, and they're all very, very good horsewomen. There is one problem, though. Her uncle was telling me the Merriman girls are very domineering, which is, I think, a polite way of saying bossy.
Well, thank you. Are there any particular races you're looking forward to today?
Yes, obviously the Cheshire Bowl has been around for 100 years, and it's always been a competitive race. I did a poll yesterday out hunting, and I had 5 different selections to win the race, and there's only 5 runners in it.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Lewis Nelson III races as well. There's 2 divisions of them. And we've come well equipped today, Michael. You brought the champagne.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We always have a good time at Cheshire.
That's true.
But we're going to make a good time great.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, and please stick around for the rest of the races. To start off the day, we're going to go to the first race, the Work to Ride Small Pony Division 1.
They're walking onto the course. Flag is up. They're off. Quickly on the outside, just Fiona up the middle of the track is Lickety Split down on the inside. That's Chewy. They come to the wire. Lickety Split showing the way. Chewy moving up on the outside, and Fiona. That's Mallory, the winner at the wire. Chewy, Lickety Split, Fiona.
I'm here with Kareem Rosser, author of Crossing the Line. And I just got a copy last week. I haven't read it yet, but I hear there's talks of it becoming a movie.
Yeah, no, the book has been well received recently. It's been tons of great feedback, both from the local community and people across the country, and I guess even different parts of the world. And at the same time, there's been tons of interest in, adapting the book into a feature film. And so I'm hoping that one day, we'll see it on the big screen.
That's amazing. So how does that process work? Did they come to you, or do you come to them?
Yeah, it's there's tons of people in Hollywood who've been reaching out and just wanting to learn more about my story, Work to Ride story, just the book in general, and they're kind of pitching the idea of producing this and turning it into something much bigger.
Any talks about who's going to play you?
No, people ask that question all the time. I think the book covers a time period from when I was a young boy all the way through high school, so I think most likely it'll probably be some rising star.
How does it feel to be back where it all began with pony racing, and you played polo as well?
It's great. It brings back great memories. Also, I guess maybe some bad losing to your brother McLean and the famous Farajaka. But it's probably my favorite time of the year just because it's spring and tons of point-to-point races going on, and it's just cool to see all the younger kids participating. and it's just, it's just an incredible time.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll go to the second race of the day, the Small Pony Division 2. Finish it after.
Lightning Bug, Quick Draw, and
Do you have to present
Sassy.
this one too?
I don't think so.
Into the stretch they come. That's Lightning Bug. Echo's next. Tight battle between Quick Draw and Lightning Bug. They come to the wire. Tuesday's gonna get there first. Echo quickly up. Okay, those results are now official. Your winner, number 5, Caraway Tuesday. Second, number 6, Echo. In fourth, number 4, Sassy. Then Lightning Bug and Quick Draw.
We'll go to the third race of the day, the large pony race sponsored by Hendricks Racing.
Flag is up. They're off. Bailey out to the early lead. Up on the inside, Janie Dancer. Janie Dancer, Bailey charmed on the outside. Lyric and Donut King as they turn and head to the finish. Janie Dancer, Charmed, and Bailey. Up. Charmed trying to get there on the inside. It's going to be Janie Dancer, Charmed, Bailey, Lyric, and Donut King. Okay, your winner, number 1, Janie Dancer. Second, Charmed. Third, Bailey. Fourth, Lyric. And fifth, Donut King.
Here with Marie DiPiero, winner of the large pony race. Marie, it was your first ride, first win. How did it feel?
It felt really good. I could have had a better start though.
Oh, that's okay. How did you get into pony racing?
My brother was into it and he won last year, but the pony wasn't supposed to be for me. It was supposed to be for him.
Okay, great. And so do you think you'll continue? Do you want to race horses at all?
Yeah, I think I'll continue. I'm racing a horse next weekend, so.
Exciting. Well, thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to go to the fourth race of the day, the Kathy Rengert Memorial, right after these messages. I'm here with Anne Moran. Anne was a former jockey and won the Maryland Hunt Cup, and you had 3 children on the ground when you did. What was that like?
Well, it was definitely different. As I was just thinking about it last night as we're back in Hunt Cup season, so to speak, you don't get to choose when your big horse comes along. And Buck Jakes came along when I was 35 and had 3 children on the ground. So I was very lucky to be able to do this. I could not have done it without the help and support of Michael, my husband. He himself was training 40 horses as well.
Wow.
So it was a journey. It was a wonderful journey. Our youngest at the time was 1.5 years, Emily. So I had wonderful people helping me with the kids at home. And when I got, to the races on any given day, I had to put the game face on. The children couldn't come with me because I just couldn't deal with that. So they never actually saw me ride Buck Jakes, which, in hindsight is sad, but it was the only way I could deal with it.
Yeah.
But again, a huge gift. Buck Jakes came along and he was the horse of a lifetime, and I'm so grateful.
Well, you've been involved in the sport as an owner as well. Do you have any particular horses that you were fond of, memories throughout the years?
Oh, well, that's an easy one. That's a very easy question and answer for me. Obviously, McDynamo.
Yeah.
He he came shortly after I retired from riding, and Michael picked him out as a yearling and ran him on the flat, and then he was terrified of the starting gate, but so we sent him to Santa Nelson, my best friend, and she, well, the rest is history, as they say. She did an amazing job with her team. He was 3-time Eclipse Award winner, won 7 years in a row at Far Hills, won 3 Colonial Cups, and then 5 years after he retired, he was inducted into the Racing Hall of Fame.
Wow.
And he's still the leading money earner.
Yeah, for
so it really does not get
Yeah.
much better than that. We have been so lucky. Very, very lucky. We're very grateful.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And we're going to go to the next race of the day, the Kathy Rengert Memorial, right after these messages.
It looks like voting control on the outside. Down on the inside, where's Oliver, Cloud-Based, and Tizik. Voting control by about a length and a half. Where's Oliver, Cloud-Based, and Tizik. Voting control now opens up by about 2.5. Where's Oliver's next? Couple back to Cloud-Based, and Tizik moving up closer fourth. That's voting control. Where's Oliver, Cloud-Based, and Tizik? They head out of the sight. That was voting control in front. Back in view. Voting control still shows Oliver's next. Cloud-Based and the hill to the finish. Voting control, where's Oliver, Cloud-Based, and Tizik? They've got about a half a mile to go. That's voting control. Where's Oliver, Cloud-Based, and Tizik in tight battle for third. Voting control by about 2.5 over Where's Oliver's down on the inside and trying to get there, but voting control controlling the way as they reach the top of the straight. Voting control, Where's Oliver, Cloud-Based, and Tizik. They're into the straight. Voting control shows the way by about 5. Where's Oliver is in second. Cloud-Based and Tizik. Your winner, number 7, Voting Control. In second, number 3, Where's Oliver. Third was number 6, Cloud-Based. And fourth was number 5, Tizik.
Here with Ricky Hendricks, winning trainer of the Kathy Rengert Memorial with Voting Control. Ricky, this was a recent acquisition, Voting Control, and who helped you with that process?
Stuart Morris helped me buy this horse. He called me, nicely called me up. He said, Ricky, I've been following this horse for a couple years. You got to buy him. I'm like, okay. And everything worked out, and we bought the horse, and I can't thank Stuart enough.
And what's the plan with him? Will you try jumps?
Probably try to run him on the flat a couple times, and then we'll move over to racing him over hurdles. He's jumped a little bit, jumping the rolls, and he's getting started.
Well, you have some exciting horses coming up. Who's your best bet of the day other than Voting Control?
I really like the horse Sandy Lane Kitten we run in the next race. He was a very nice horse for us last year, and we're just getting him started off this year.
I'm here with Joy Slater. Joy, you had a very active riding career, both show jumping and over timber, and you were the first woman to win the Maryland Hunt Cup. How did that feel?
It was really fun, but as I say, I was looking to the correct ears.
Yeah.
If you're riding the right horse, it makes it much easier. So I knew he could jump around, and I had show jumped and jumped that high plenty of times. Not that fast, not that solid, but I have had plenty of practice jumping that high.
Yeah. And you still show jump to this day, correct?
I just came back from Florida on Wednesday, where I was show jumping down there in Ocala, not in fancy Wellington, but in Ocala, at the new place, which is an amazing place, the Roller Equestrian Center. They have like 3,000 acres. There's gonna be event courses and polo and all kinds of stuff there, and huge rings, fancy stabling. The whole thing's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And your grandmother, Mrs. Valentine, was a side saddle racer, and we have the side saddle race coming up later this afternoon. Can you talk a bit about your grandmother?
Well, she only rode side saddle. The only time in her life she ever rode a stride was when they went to the Grand Canyon. And she rode it on a pack horse, a stride. That's the only time she ever rode a stride. She also didn't drive, period. Not a car, not a horse, not a car. And so, a different age, but more power to her. And yes, I rode side saddle, but I've ridden things where I was champion amateur jumper at Devon and champion side saddle at Devon the same day. Again, looking through the right ears. The correct ears makes a big difference.
For sure it does. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we have the Jill Fanning Memorial coming up right after these messages.
Home to Nelson's Hill, Laurel Hill Farm is honored to sponsor the inaugural Lewis Nelson III Memorial Amateur Apprentice Timber Race. Ride it like Patty.
Time spent in the Laurels Preserve offers the increasingly rare opportunity to be completely immersed in nature. It's a place to get away from the busyness of everyday life. In the beautiful meadows, along the creeks, and among the trees, you can listen to birds and water and wind, find unexpected places of calm, explore new places to wander, and just relax and be. Visitors to the Laurels know how spacious and beautiful the landscape feels. What they may not know is that an 82-acre tract of land along the northwest side of the preserve, which is also part of a major trail loop, is not currently part of the Laurels Preserve and has recently come up for sale. Protecting this land is critical to ensure the views at the preserve remain unspoiled. Losing this land to a residence or subdivision would forever change the appearance and character of the Laurels. But acquisition of this land by the Brandywine would mean the sweeping vistas, open meadows, and forested areas will forever remain open space. We need your help now to protect this precious resource from development and to keep two of the most popular trails on the preserve intact. Once this land is sold, it is gone forever, and the pristine nature of the Laurels could be permanently disfigured. Your donation of any amount is critical in this effort. This acquisition is emblematic of the Conservancy's mission to protect and conserve the land, water, natural, and cultural resources of the region. Rarely does a preservation opportunity like this arise. We hope you can help. You can make a donation online at brandywine.org/laurels or call Kim Reynolds at 484-905-2560.
Horses are in the paddock for the Jill Fanning Memorial. Michael, do you have any selections in here or heard any tips around?
Well, I'm afraid I haven't heard of most of these horses, but my informant yesterday, Skylar, who is well connected in these parts, informed me that Sandy Lane Kitten, trained by your dad.
Ricky Hendricks, yes, I got tipped on that one as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
Hopefully we'll see that one does well and have him back here in the winner's circle. We also have my brother rides Super Villain. Ricky Hendricks trains that one as well, and Wendy Hendricks owns it. The 3 is Lagom. Skylar rides it for Niall Seville and High Kings Racing. Did Skylar give you any tips about that one yesterday?
No, she just gave me Sandy Lane Kitten.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Flags up. They're off. That's Supervillain out to the early lead. Just there on the outside length back, Sandy Lane Kitten. Down on the inside, Lagom and Jim. The Hendricks pair out in front, Supervillain and Sandy Lane Kitten, followed by Lagom and Jim. Sandy Lane Kitten now has moved up to take the lead by about a half a length. On the inside there under McLean Hendricks, that's Supervillain, Lagom, and Jim. Sandy Lane Kitten by 1. Supervillain next. Down in third, Lagom and Jim. As they head out of sight, Sandy Lane Kitten shows the way. Supervillain right on. They're back into view. Sandy Lane Kitten by a nose on the outside, Supervillain on the inside, Lagom and Jim. Half a mile to go. That's Sandy Lane Kitten. Supervillain, now Lagom moves up in third, and that's Jim in fourth. Sandy Lane Kitten, Supervillain, Lagom, and Jim. Quarter mile to go. Supervillain, Sandy Lane Kitten. Lagom now moves up into second. Supervillain and Jim, they turn for home. Sandy Lane Kitten taking Lagom wide on that turn. Moving up quickly now, Jim on the middle of the pack. They come to the wire. That's going to be Jim, Sandy Lane Kitten, Lagom, and Supervillain. Your winner, number 1, Jim. In second, number 5, Sandy Lane Kitten.
Jim seems like a cool horse at home. He's still a bit unproven. We got him, I'd say, last year. He seems pretty nice so far.
And where will we see you and Jim again?
Hopefully, hurdle racing in May.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
I'm here with jockey Parker Hendricks. Parker started out pony racing and is now riding over timber. And you have a couple rides on the card today, Parker. Do you have any goals in racing, or what's the dream race to win?
I don't think I have a particular race I'd like to win. I just try and win as many races as I can. Obviously win the big ones, and just ride nice horses ideally.
What about the Maryland Hunt Cup?
You know, I don't know. If I had the right horse, I might do it, but I haven't found the right horse yet. So
no hopefuls for this year? Maybe
no,
next
this year. No, I'll be headed down to the Queen's Cup. That's the plan this year. I have a few nice rides, I think, down there. So.
And we have the Lead Line Trot race coming up. Do you have any predictions in there?
I'm not sure. I've got one interest. I've got the number 1, Pumpkin. My little cousin Perry Jonas is actually riding Pumpkin. I saw her training yesterday. She looked fairly fit, so I'm not sure. We'll see how she goes.
Did you give them any tips or anything to do?
No, I think she's got it under control. I'm not sure there's anything I could add.
Okay, well, that's great. So we'll go to the next race of the day, the National Bank of Malvern Lead Line Trot.
turning in, and they're off. We already have one spill. That was Emma. That's Razzle Dazzle and Quick Draw. Razzle Dazzle opening up on this field. Razzle and Dazzle at the wire. Pumpkin, Quick Draw, McGraw. Here comes Blueberry and Lightning Bug, and Emma has remounted. There's Blueberry at the wire. And here comes Lightning Bug and Emma. Lightning Bug and Emma, it's going to be close. Lightning Bug will get there.
We got off to a good start. Razzle Dazzle was chirping and ready to go, so yeah, we just kept it steady. I'm lucky he didn't buck him off, because that's all I was expecting. What do you want to say, Jack? Yeah. Yeah? Were you happy with that? You like what you got? Man, a few words, but the pony's got plenty to say. Thank you very much.
Trot. How did that go?
It didn't go so well, to be honest. We've been training really hard for this event, and yeah, right at the start he forgot to hold on to the reins.
Oh, you got to teach him.
Yeah, took off at a good pace, and he just fell off the back of the pony.
Oh.
So I had to pick him up, throw him back on, and I think we finished last, sadly, but we can only go up from there.
Yeah, when's his next start going to be?
I think 12 more months at the Cheshire Point to Point. He's going to be a little bit bigger, stronger, a bit more mature, a bit more seasoned.
Yeah, that sounds great. And you yourself were actually in the Olympics 2 times and won the Pan Am gold. How was that?
Oh, it's not too bad. I'm very, very lucky to be based here in the Cheshire Hunt Country.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a nice farm down the road, and it's a wonderful place to sort of produce event horses. And yeah, like you said, done some great championships, and very thankful to be here, and we could get the horses nice and fit on the hills here in Chester County.
For sure. And rumor has it around that you may have ridden over timber. Is that correct?
I think I'm the only person that's been a timber racing rider that's never finished.
So it was one and done.
Yeah, it was a disaster. I learned a good lesson when I first came to America. I got the ride on a horse called Major Frank in the amateur race at the Pennsylvania Hunt Cup, and I'd ridden the horse as an event horse, and it was a disaster as an event horse. It was wild, and yeah, I was an idiot. I signed up for the amateur race, and I caused a fall at like fence 3, and then crashed into someone, and then I ended up falling at like the 3rd last fence, and then I finished the race, and there was other jockeys that were angry with me, and then I got hauled in front of the stewards and dangerous riding, and I got a fine, and then I officially retired from timber racing. It's not quite as easy as it looks.
No, it's not. I actually rode a couple Fox Hunter Chase races too, one, and then I retired. I was done.
Yeah, I think you got to stick to what you know. And
yeah, for sure.
And I enjoy watching the timber racing, but I'm definitely never going to ride in one again.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, and we are going to the next race, the Miles Fanning Memorial, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Camp Upland is back this summer. Camp Upland at Upland Country Day School gives kids the opportunity to reconnect with their peers after a year of hybrid learning. Campers will experience the thrill of JP's Treehouse, the adventures of the Upland Woods, and the excitement of building in the Idea Center. Weekly camps available June 14th through August 27th. Give your kids a happy, healthy, and safe summer camp experience. Camp Upland at Upland Country Day School, what school and summer camp should be.
We're ready for the first timber race of the day. And Michael, did you just get a chance to look at them in the paddock? How are they looking out there?
Yes. They all look well. Alert and Ready, the one horse, is actually nominated for the Maryland Hunt Cup, but since a bit of an ambitious target. Midnight Shot has won 11 races, not over timber, obviously.
Yep.
But he is fit. He ran last week, 2 weeks ago in Virginia. Highway Prince also won in Virginia. Great Timber has just had one race over timber. So my selection is Midnight Shot. He's already won 11 races. He knows how to win.
Yeah, for sure he does. And actually, Alert and Ready is McLean Hendricks, my brother's first horse he's trained. And he has a new group of owners in A&R Partners. One of them is a first-time racehorse owner, timber horse owner. So it's great to have new people in the game. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Do you have any picks? Your Midnight Shot's you?
Midnight Shot to me, yes.
All right, I'm going with Alert and Ready.
Flag is up and they're off. It's Alert and Ready out first, followed by Midnight Shot. Great Road and Highway Prince. They're all over the first, heading to the second. That's Alert and Ready by about 2 over Midnight Shot. One back to Great Road and Highway Prince. On to the third they go. Alert and Ready, Midnight Shot, Great Road, and Highway Prince. At the next, that's Alert and Ready with a sticky fence there. Midnight Shot jumps to the lead. Great Road is next, and Highway Prince. That's Midnight Shot showing the way. Alert and Ready right there. Great Road. They're back into view. Midnight Shot in front by about a length and a half over Alert and Ready. Couple back to Great Road, who gets the inside there. Midnight Shot in front by about 2. Great Road, Alert and Ready. And Highway Prince. They head up the hill. Parker Hendricks and Midnight Shot show the way. Great Road there in second, Alert and Ready, and Highway Prince. They come to the next fence. Midnight Shot first there. Great Road, Alert and Ready, and Highway Prince. Great Road now moving up at this fence. Great Road jumps well and takes the lead over Midnight Shot, Alert and Ready, and Highway Prince. They turn and come down the hill. Midnight Shot back in front. That's Great Road on the inside, Alert and Ready, and Highway Prince. Midnight Shot by about a length over Great Road, Alert and Ready, and Highway Prince. They head down the hill. Midnight Shot now opening up about 2 over Great Road. It's about 8 back to Alert and Ready and another 3 or 4 to Highway Prince. They head out of sight. Midnight Shot with the lead. Great Road there in second. And they're back in view. Midnight Shot still shows the way. Great Road 2 back. Another 3 or 4 to Highway Prince, who's now making a move in third. And Alert. They come to us. Midnight Shot in front. Great Road next. Highway Prince making up ground in third. And Alert and Ready. It's Midnight Shot by about a length and a half over Great Road. They're over that fence. 1 to go. Highway Prince is now moving up, but it's still Midnight Shot in front. Highway Prince and Great Road. At the last, Highway Prince gets the inside over Midnight Shot. Highway Prince and Skylar McKenna come to the wire in front. Midnight Shot trying to come back. Midnight Shot and Highway Prince. It's going to be Highway Prince, Midnight Shot, Great Road, and Alert and Ready.
We are so pleased to be able to present the food bank with this check for almost $40,000 and pounds of food we have raised.
Thank you. Thank you, Cheshire Hunt friends and community.
The winner, number 4, Highway Prince. Second, Midnight Shot. And third, Great Road.
He jumped away. He was a bit bad last year, so we're just working on getting him to race like a normal horse, and he did just that. Settled in behind, and when I asked him to run, he ran on.
And Kathy, where are you pointing this horse for the rest of the season?
It is my hope that we can go to the Manor, but we'll see how he comes out of today.
I'm here with Teddy Davies. Teddy's father is a trainer, Joe Davies, and Teddy is now riding over timber. Teddy, how old are you?
I'm 17.
17, well, quite a feat. And how long have you been riding over timber?
This is my second year. Our season was kind of canceled last year because of COVID, so this is our first year really going for it. So
Yeah. And the Maryland Hunt Cup's coming up. Hunt Cup season in full swing now. Do you have any hopefuls for this year?
we have a couple, but hopefully I'm not sure who I'm going to ride yet, but hopefully I can find a ride, but I'm looking forward to it.
What's your riding career, the race that you really want to win? Is it Hunt Cup?
Hunt Cup would definitely be up there. It's one of the races I want to win. My parents have each won it at least once, so it'd mean a lot if I could win it at least once.
And after your riding career, do you think you'll stay in the industry? Do you want to be a trainer like your father?
I think so. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do for a part of my life, but I think at the end I do want to have horses involved in my life, so training or owning, definitely.
Well, thank you so much. And the next race is the Lewis Nelson III Division I, so stick around after these messages.
Hi, Margot Moore-Teeter here with Remax Preferred. I rode horses all through my youth in Unionville. I fondly remember cheering my sister on in the pony races at the Point to Point. You might know me as the Cookie Lady or as your favorite local realtor. I want to wish the owners, trainers, and jockeys lots of luck on race day.
We've got horses in the paddock for the first division of the Lewis Nelson III. So cheers to Patty, Michael.
Cheers to Patty.
Do you have any fond memories of Patty to share?
Yes. I was a steeplechase rider for 11 years, and I thought I was quite good over a fence. Until I was hunting with Cheshire, and I saw Paddy Nelson jump a big timber fence. And I said to myself, Michael, you can't ride. However, when we're handicapping normal flat races, a lot of people like to have Northern Dancer in the pedigree of the horse.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm handicapping a timber race over here, I like to have Paddy Nelson in the pedigree of one of the riders.
There's a few of those in here.
There's a few of those, exactly. So my selection is Officer Sydney.
Right.
His favourite, a very good horse. I'm very nervous of the 4-horse Royal Roos with Skylar McKenna. Skylar's already had 2 winners. She's put me wrong on both. So I said to her, don't kick me the 3rd time. She was a little bit quiet, so I didn't...
That might be a good sign we're learning.
Well, I don't know. Anyhow, this is inside information that's not making me very rich.
Well, so is your selection of the day Officer Sydney?
Officer Sydney, yes. The horse looked very well in the paddock.
Right.
Very well.
Ridden by McLean Hendricks, owned by Wendy Hendricks, and trained by Ricky Hendricks. Family affair there.
Yes. Well, you'll know all about those.
And Acquiesce, the number 2 and number 3 are actually half siblings. And Kathy trains both of them. They were bred by the Jacksons right down the road. And they've both been out hunting with Cheshire this winter. Royal Roos, number 4, trained by Santa Hendricks. Skylar rides that one, the one we were talking about. And Charlie Fenwick owns. Any others you're looking forward to?
No. I'll stick with Officer Sydney.
Right.
I'm losing a lot of money at the moment.
All right, I'm going with Officer Sydney, too. We'll see how it goes.
They're off. Royal Roos out to the early lead. Officer Sydney down on the inside. Acquiesce, and it's nothing. They're all over the first. Royal Roos shows. Officer Sydney down in second place on the Acquiesce in between horses. Nothing on the outside. They're all over that one, heading to the third. Royal Roos by about a length and a half. Officer Sydney jumping well there, takes the lead. Royal Roos back into second. 2 or 3 back to Acquiesce, and it's nothing. That's Officer Sydney, Royal Roos. It's nothing, and Acquiesce. They head down the hill. We'll be out of sight momentarily as they do so. Officer Sydney by about a length and a half over Royal Roos. 2 back to It's Nothing, and Acquiesce. They're back into view. Officer Sydney by about 2.5 over Royal Roos, another 2.5 back to It's Nothing, and Acquiesce. They head up the hill. McLean Hendricks on Officer Sydney shows the way. Royal Roos is right there in second. It's now about 4 back to It's Nothing, and Acquiesce. Officer Sydney jumping very well on the front end, has now opened up about 4 on Royal Roos, another 3 back to It's Nothing, and Acquiesce. Up the hill they go. Officer Sydney, Royal Roos, It's Nothing, and Acquiesce. They get to the next. Officer Sydney in front. Royal Roos, It's Nothing, and Acquiesce. Officer Sydney jumping well there in front. It's got about a 4-length advantage over Royal Roos, who's got 3 on It's Nothing, and another 3 to Acquiesce as they head down the hill. McLean Hendricks and Officer Sydney. Officer Sydney now by like 5 over Royal Roos. They all flew that fence. Officer Sydney by about 5. Royal Roos has got about 3 on It's Nothing, and it's about 8 back to Acquiesce as they head down the hill and out of sight. McLean Hendricks and Officer Sydney, as they go out of sight, got a lead of about 6 lengths over Royal Roost, who has about 8 over It's Nothing, and now it's only a couple back to Acquiesce. It's still Officer Sydney, but he's only got about 2.5 over Royal Roost. Now it's about back to It's Nothing and Acquiesce. That's Royal Roost showing the way. Officer Sydney now, I think, back on course. It's Nothing and Acquiesce. Royal Roost shows the way with 2 to go. Skylar McKenna and Royal Roost. Officer Sydney and It's Nothing. It looks like Acquiesce is pulling up. Over the last, that's Skylar McKenna and Royal Roost. It's Nothing and Officer Sydney. They, the top of the stretch, it's all Royal Roost. And Skylar McKenna to win the first division of Lewis Nelson III Memorial.
Congratulations with Royal Roost. Can you tell us a little about the race?
Thank you, Liza. I thought he went terrifically. Skylar, we had a plan to sit in behind Officer Sydney unless they crept away in the beginning, which they did, and then she just sort of sat catbird the whole time. Jumped really well. He had a little setback a couple weeks ago. He had a cough, so I was quite nervous with the ground being tiring that we weren't going to have enough training into him. But he ran great. He jumped really well, and he's an exciting horse. He's a lot of fun.
And does Skylar typically ride him?
She does, yeah. She rode him his last start. She rode him all last year, and actually the year before she rode him. She's now won 3 races on him. She won 2 races at the Pennsylvania Hunt Cup on him, 1 last year, the non-winners of 2 at the Pennsylvania Hunt Cup, and then the year before he broke his maiden at the Pennsylvania Hunt Cup. So she does a beautiful job on him, and they seem to really get along well and have a good little relationship.
What's the plan with him?
So with any luck, if he comes back well, we've got 3 weeks to go to the Grand National down in Maryland, which is will be a step up. As far as it'll be a very tough race, but he's run some good races last year. He was 3rd behind Mystic Strike and Curve of Stones, and he beat Mystic Strike and Curve of Stones at the Schwann point to point. So I think he belongs in that company, stakes company, so we'll see. That's our hope.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm here with Charlie Fenwick. Charlie, we have 2 runnings of the Lewis Nelson III today, Patty, and you rode with Patty, correct?
I did. My entire career I rode with him. He was older than I. He started before I did, and he ended after I did. So I was very fortunate. Great competitor, wonderful competitor, very stylish, and limitless courage. Wonderful jockey, wonderful jockey.
What was it like riding against one of your good friends?
Well, it was wonderful. I think it's probably just as wonderful today to ride with good friends. But and there was a colony at that point. There were a number of us who were all close, and it was wonderful. But I'm sure it's the same today.
Yeah. Are there any particular races or fondest memories you had with him?
Well, I think there were some performances he did that were extraordinary. I think that his ride on Half a Day, I think it was 1967, was terrific. Half a Day was a good horse, but I'm not sure he was a Hunt Cup horse. And Mountain Dew in the end broke down at the 20th fence, but he had a battle on his hands with Half a Day, and there's an extraordinary photograph of Patty over the 13th fence on Half a Day, which I think is one of the greatest, or maybe the best, timber photographs of all time. The horse is folded just as tight as he possibly can be. He stood off the fence, and Patty's right up his neck. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that epitomized him in my mind. A real horseman, great style, and limitless courage.
Well, thank you so much. And up next, we have the Cheshire Bowl after these messages.
Hi, I am Mark Wilson, owner of Stallshoes Fence Incorporated. We install fencing throughout the Chester County and surrounding areas for homeowners, farm owners, and many professional horsemen. My company has been building the timber jumps for Cheshire point to point since I took over in 2017. Reach out for all your fencing needs at 610-772-1168. Best of luck to all the owners, trainers, and jockeys on race day.
Michael, horses are on the track for the Cheshire Bowl. How are they looking out there?
Yes, they all look well, which is better than my betting at the moment. Yesterday I went hunting with Skylar, and she gave me 3 winners, but they all finished second, and she beat them. So now I've gone with Skylar for Super Saturday. So I hope she doesn't get me beat this time. It's the first time I've gone with her, which serves me right because she's a very good rider.
Yeah.
And yes, but they all look well. Super Saturday would be my selection. And yes, no problems.
And Le Chevalier looks well as well. He is Maryland Hunt Cup nominated, so might be a hopeful in there. And then we have Jeffrey G, who's also Maryland Hunt Cup nominated, and he ran in the Hunt Cup last year.
Yes, well, it's a good race. I mean, the Cheshire Bowl has been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
And it's been won by some very good horses over the years, and it's been a good prep for the Maryland Hunt Cup.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes.
Off. That's Jeffrey G out to the early lead by about 8. Super Saturday and Le Chevalier as they. That's Jeffrey G, Super Saturday and Le Chevalier. They move on to the second fence. Jeffrey G will get there first. Super Saturday and Le Chevalier. At the third, Jeffrey G, Super Saturday and Le Chevalier. They make their way to the next. That's Jeffrey G by about 5 over Super Saturday and 3 back to Le Chevalier. They head down the hill. Jeffrey G by about 5. Super Saturday inching up a little bit there, as well as Le Chevalier in third. Out of sight, Jeffrey G, Super Saturday, and Le Chevalier. They come back into view. Jeffrey G still in front, but it's only a couple over Super Saturday and another couple back to Le Chevalier. That fence, Jeffrey G jumping well on the front end, make it 4 lengths over Super Saturday and a couple to Le Chevalier. Jeffrey G in front by about 5. Super Saturday's next and Le Chevalier as they head up the hill. That's Forrest Kelly on Jeffrey G. About 5 lengths back to Super Saturday, a couple more to Le Chevalier. They get to the fence at the top of the hill. Jeffrey G flies that fence. Super Saturday and Le Chevalier. They turn and come to us. Jeffrey G by about 6 over Super Saturday and Le Chevalier. They move on down the hill. Jeffrey G still shows the way, but they're bunching up on him now. Super Saturday a close-up second, and Le Chevalier right there in third. Jeffrey G, Le Chevalier just moving up into second, only by a neck over Super Saturday. Super Saturday takes that right back. They head out of sight. Jeffrey G shows the way, Le Chevalier on the outside, and Super Saturday. They're back into view. Le Chevalier now has moved to take the lead by about 2 over Jeffrey G, and it's 1 back to Super Saturday. 3 fences to go. Le Chevalier, Jeffrey G, and Super Saturday. It's Le Chevalier in front. Super Saturday moving up there to challenge for second with Jeffrey G. 2 fences to go. Le Chevalier, Super Saturday inching up on him. Jeffrey G. 1 fence to go. Le Chevalier, Super Saturday trying to get there, and Jeffrey G. Le Chevalier jumping well at that fence. Super Saturday and Jeffrey G. At the top of the straight, that's Le Chevalier moving up to take the lead. Le Chevalier.
McLean, congratulations. What can you talk a bit about the race and the plan with him going forward?
Well, he's pointed to the Maryland Hunt Cup. Today was just kind of a school, give him some experience. He's not one that loves the soft ground, so we didn't know really how he was going to handle the course today, but he had fun, jumped great, and we just cruised up the stretch easy.
Great, congratulations.
Thanks, yeah, looking forward to the next steps with him.
Horses are on the track for the second division of the Lewis Nelson III. Michael, you took a look at them in the paddock. How'd they look?
All 4 horses looked well. I like number 2 that looks the best. I was going to select number 1, Cheers to Us, but number 2 looked really well in the paddock. So I'm going to go for that one.
And we also have Skylar, who's won 3 races already, is riding Awesome Adrian. And then Teddy Davies, who we heard from earlier, is riding Some Response. And if he wins today, this will actually be his first sanctioned win.
Yes, well, Teddy is going to be a good rider because both his parents were very good riders, as you know.
Good pedigree.
Yes. Now, riding over timber is a special skill, really. And obviously, you've got to jump well to get round. If you fall, that's no good. But the idea with a steeplechase rider or a timber rider, is to try and gain as many lengths in the air at as many fences as possible. And if you could gain 2 lengths in the air at 6 fences, well, that's enough to win you the race. So it's all about judging the takeoff and being able to hit the right place. Rather long jump runner has got to hit the board right on the correct place. So that's what these have got to do.
So you're thinking Parker's going to do that on As You Like It?
Well, they're all good riders, so we're safe with the jockeys.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's see what happens in this second division of the Lewis Nelson III.
Home to Nelson's Hill, Laurel Hill Farm is honored to sponsor the inaugural Lewis Nelson III Memorial Amateur Apprentice Timber Race. Ride it like Patty.
Flag is up and they're off. Cheers to us. Out for the early lead. As You Like It, Some Response, and Awesome Adrian. They get to the first. Cheers to Us over first. As You Like It. Awesome Adrian now moves up to take second. As You Like It and Some Response. As they move to the second fence. Cheers to Us. Awesome Adrian. Some Response and As You Like It. At the third, jumping very well. Cheers to Us. About 3-4 lengths in front of Awesome Adrian. About a length and a half to Some Response, and down on his inside is As You Like It as they get to the next. Cheers to Us. Awesome Adrian, As You Like It, and Some Response. They head down the hill. Cheers to Us shows the way by about 4. As You Like It is next. On the outside, there's Awesome Adrian. And a close-up fourth is Some Response. As they head out of sight, that's Cheers to Us showing the way. They come back into view. That's still Cheers to Us showing the way. About a length and a half over As You Like It. A close-up third is Awesome Adrian. And right there in fourth is Some Response. They move on to this next fence. Cheers to Us. As You Like It, Some Response, jumping well at that one. Teddy Davies pulls them back to stay at the back of the field. Cheers to Us. As You Like It, Some Response, and Awesome Adrian as they head up the hill. It's a tightly bunched field with Cheers to Us showing the way. On the outside, Some Response. On the inside, As You Like It. And in fourth, Awesome Adrian. They all jump that fence well. Awesome Adrian probably jumping the best. Cheers to Us shows the way by about a length over Some Response. Now moving up in second. Awesome Adrian and As You Like It. They make that far turn. Cheers to Us. Some Response. Awesome Adrian and As You Like It. And down the hill they come. Cheers to Us shows the way now by a shortening length over Some Response. It's a length and a half to As You Like It and Awesome Adrian. They're all over that fence well. Cheers to Us still shows the way. As You Like It moves back up to take second. Some Response there on the inside in third. And Awesome Adrian. As they head out of sight, it's a tightly bunched field with Cheers to Us in front by maybe a neck over Some Response. They're back into view. Awesome Adrian has now moved up to take the lead by about a length over Cheers to Us, followed by Some Response and As You Like It. 3 fences to go. It's Awesome Adrian. Cheers to Us now moving back up to challenge for second. Some Response and As You Like It. Awesome Adrian. Cheers to Us, As You Like It, and Some Response. At the second to last. Awesome Adrian over first. Cheers to Us, As You Like It, and Some Response. They've got 1 to go. Skylar McKenna and Awesome Adrian. Cheers to Us and As You Like It. At the top of the stretch, that's Awesome Adrian. Cheers to Us trying to get back there. Awesome Adrian and Cheers to Us. They fight their way to the finish line. It's going to be Cheers to Us. Awesome Adrian, As You Like It, and Some Response.
exciting. He ran a good race. Glad McLean stayed on course this time. I'm not quite. We might run him at the Matter in a couple weeks, and go from there.
And can you talk a bit about how you got this horse in his past?
Actually, I did. I bought this horse sight unseen from a friend of mine, John Walbacher, and he sent me 2 pictures, and I was like, these pictures are so bad, this horse can't be that bad. I just bought him anyway. And he turned out to be a great horse. He's been a lot of fun. He's always right there when you run him, and he's a very nice horse.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the Joy Valentine side saddle race. Side saddle racing has made a huge resurgence in the past few years, and so I'm excited to see what happens in this race.
Always As You Like It out to the early lead. Kruger in second, Evacuation. Drifter, Gun Lobby, and Sky Babe. Always As You Like It in front. Evacuation about 8 lengths back in second. Followed by Krugeran. Now moving up, Sky Babe and Gun Lobby. And I guess they're heading to the finish now. That's Gun Lobby on the outside. Always As You Like It on the inside. Evacuation in the lead. It's Evacuation going to get here first. Sky Babe, Gun Lobby. And Always As You Like It. Krugeran and Drifter.
We've had a great day of racing here at the Cheshire Point to Point. Michael, how did you think the races went?
The races went well. The weather did its best to try and spoil it, but we kept our spirits above the weather. So we won, and the weather was second. The other thing was the going was still very good. This is lovely old turf here, and the going on the whole was very good.
Yeah.
Even more important, we had no fallers. All the horses came home safe and sound, which I think is a reflection on the riders.
Mm-hmm.
We have great riders.
Yeah.
Riding in a timber race is all about seeing a stride, and the riders were brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, seeing a stride is something I think it's almost born into you. People that can either see a stride or they can't. Rather like a guy can pick up a rifle and hit the bullseye every time, and some guy can't even hit the target. And that's what the riders saw today. I thought we saw some good riding. Looking for a stride ladies, is a bit like looking for a man. But you don't take the first one that comes.
That's true.
Yes, and you wait. But unlike a stride, unlike a man rather, you don't get a perfect man every time.
That's true. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much to all of our volunteers, sponsors, advertisers, and the committee members, and of course the Cheshire Hunt members for putting so much effort into making the Cheshire races happen. And thank you so much for joining us.